to July's studio vlog. I'm very excited to present to you this nearly 40-minute long video, so sit tight, get comfortable, make yourself some tea, please, and maybe grab your sketchbook. There's a lot of drawing in this video, so if you want to draw along with me, that would be really cool. Comment down below what you're drawing or post it on your stories. I would love to see. This past month of July was simultaneously a very long month and a very short month. Right after my June vlog, you would have seen that I didn't end up going on the art retreat that I was supposed to, but I was still a part of it. So the start of July was me working on the art piece for the retreat, which you will see in length here, and then also jumping right into weekly markets to sell my art. I really enjoy doing markets, and especially those of you who say that you found me through Instagram and YouTube and then you're coming to my markets to see me. That's like honestly the coolest thing ever. So I think I did 4 markets in July, and as I'm recording this in August, I have 4 more for the summer, and then there's more for the holiday season. So if you can't tell, I'm extremely exhausted, but so proud of how much I accomplished this month. And I really hope you enjoy watching me go through my chaotic month. So I got lights for my night markets. My first night market is in 2 days, and I haven't tested if they worked yet. So we're gonna do that. This is so exciting. The last markets that I've done at night, I got those, like, what are they called? Tea lights from dollar stores, which gave absolutely no justice to my table or my art. No one could see anything past like 8 o'clock, so this is gonna be good. Hello, it's me again. So what you're watching here is me working on my piece for the Edward Gorey House Museum. If you don't know, Edward Gorey was an illustrator. He died in 2000, but he was really popular. Well, not popular. I would say that he made a name for himself, mostly in the 60s to 90s. He did some really, really creepy ink drawings, illustrating his own books and the books of other people's as well. So his house where he lived in Cape Cod is still up and running as a museum, with most of his stuff still intact there. If you tune back to my June studio vlog, you will get a bit of insight into why I'm making this piece, but essentially this piece is going to be shipped off to Cape Cod for the museum, which is insane. I'm very excited. I will explain a little bit more about this when we reach the end of this drawing, but that is not for like another 10 minutes, so get comfortable. You're going to be watching me draw these vulture children for quite a while. morning. Today is the 10th of July. It's a Monday. For the past week, I have been working non-stop on my piece for the Edward Gorey House. They asked everyone who was a part of the retreat to create an art piece inspired by the house or by Edward Gorey himself. And then it's going to be exhibited on July 22nd, and I believe it's throughout the year. So if you're ever in the Massachusetts Cape Cod area, stop by and see so many amazing pieces by so many amazing artists. I finished my piece on Friday. I absolutely hated it, and I let it sit on my desk for the weekend. Came back to it today, Monday, and I love it. So this is a constant process with me creating art. But here she is. It is backwards for you on screen, I believe, but I did this with dip pen and ink, blacks and reds. I was very inspired by Edward Gorey and his love for poetry, like rhyming schemes, simplistic backgrounds, and really creepy children. So I have 3 little children here, all of which have vulture heads, with no explanation other than I have a current obsession with vultures and the idea of death and decay. No more to say about that. The bottom says, death, rot, decay, they all come out to play. In my mind, this is death, rot, and decay. I've just finished erasing all the pencil underneath, so my next step is to scan it and then package it really securely so I can send it off to Cape Cod. I have a really hard time giving away art pieces. I don't sell my originals anymore for this reason, because I have like a really strong attachment to each piece that I make. And so this one is going there for at least a year, and then it could either be absorbed into their permanent collection at the museum, or it could be sold. And I'm very excited for either option, but I don't want her to leave me. I thought I'd show you how I pack an original for shipping across a continent. So the main piece I have packaged in a plastic covering just so that it's waterproof. I will back it with some very firm cardboard so it doesn't bend in the mail, and if there's still room in the envelope, I'll probably put another piece of cardboard on top just to keep it flat. And then I included a note and a bunch of stickers for the Edward Gorey House team because I love them so much. They're so kind. So I wanted to treat them a little. I'm just waiting on the address of where to ship this piece, and then I'll put it in the envelope and send it off. After my last month of May, where I had the ungodly amount of orders that I got, and I had to handwrite all of those hundreds and hundreds of envelopes myself, I decided that I never wanted to handwrite an envelope ever again. So you see me here getting some stamps so that I didn't have to handwrite my address and do not bend on each envelope. The do not bend one I'm actually very excited about. It has like some custom artwork on it that I made. Here you see me testing it out. It took a little bit of a learning curve for me to learn. I didn't get the full do not bend, it just says do not be, which is not effective. So here I am trying again. I still didn't get it. I'm a little bit frustrated at this point, but hey, 3rd time's the charm. With some force, I got it. I'm very excited. Anyways, I ended up getting those stamps, and then I ordered a label maker for my addresses, which you will see shortly. And I also got some new thank you letters because I have been handwriting each of them to my orders, which is not very good for my hands at all. So I'm very excited about all these gadgets now. I never want to write ever again. honestly surprised to see you here on the other side of this video. It's been a long one. Have you drawn? Did you draw anything? Or did you just enjoy it? I'm honestly, truly so grateful for you being here, watching my videos, supporting my work. I'm basically doing these videos as a personal diary, but you being here just makes it a lot more fun for me. Some closing thoughts before I let you leave me. I released my book, which is so cool. It's just a little self-published book full of my illustrations that create a little bit of a story, kind of in the style of old children's books. So this is available on my website and in my in-person markets exclusively. And there's only 50 copies and they're all hand numbered, so if you want to grab one, you gotta be quick. And for those of you who have already grabbed them, I'm so grateful. I make art because I have to. I cannot function without making art, and the fact that such a big group of people identify with what I make and want what I make is such a crazy cool feeling, so I'm really grateful for you guys. In other news, my friend Ty released his book. I was asked to do a little illustration for it. He wanted me to draw a grouse. So this is my illustration here in his book. I illustrated it without knowing what was in the book, and I will not tell you what my grouse means, but now that I know why he made me draw a grouse, you just have to read the book. You just have to read the book. It's a fever dream. And lastly, I've been doing Patreon now for May, June, July, and now August, so getting into my 4th month of Patreon, which has been so fun and so fulfilling. And so the prints that you saw, I think a couple clips ago, the print and the sticker, those were my July Patreon print and sticker, and you can get those on my secret Patreon shop if you sign up for my Patreon. As I'm recording this here in August, I want to do a digital download for my patrons, which would be a podcast episode. And I want to answer some questions that you may have for me there on the podcast. So if you have any questions for me, please drop them down below. I will be recording in about a week's time, so you have a week as of posting to get those questions in the comments. I mean, hey, comment them anyways, even if it's like 2 years later, because I promise I'll get to these questions eventually. Thank you for being here. I really hope you enjoyed it. And I will see you at the end of the month.